CBS 4 News This Morning.
8 o'clock now on Sunday, March 3rd. Thank you for joining us. I'm Carly Barnett. First this morning, let's send it over to meteorologist Jennifer Correa. She has a look at our Sunday morning forecast and a look at a beautiful start there, Jennifer.
Oh, yes, a beautiful start, especially in Broward. More on that coming up.
Thank you, Jennifer. 8:02. The crash site is cleared, but the search for answers continues. Crews removed the wreckage of a banner plane that slammed into a Fort Lauderdale building, killing its pilot. Today, federal investigators say they will examine what is left of that plane to find out what exactly went wrong. CBS 4's Ty Russell has the latest on this investigation and the new details we're learning this morning.
Fort Lauderdale police have
CBS 4 this morning.
This morning, a Pompano Beach woman's estranged husband has been charged with her murder. 44-year-old John Eberly went before a judge yesterday. Deputies say they found Tammy Ramos Eberly dead inside of her home on Friday afternoon. Neighbors say they heard gunshots coming from that house on Southeast 13th Avenue. Eberly was not there when deputies arrived, but he was brought in for questioning after a traffic stop. One neighbor who did not want his face on camera tells CBS 4 the couple's children may have seen their father with a gun.
Somebody said that they saw him with the gun. And
Eberly is charged with murder and is being held in the Broward County Jail without bond. This morning, Hialeah police are looking for a man who tried to run over officers with his car. They say Mario Ramon Ecamendia used his vehicle to try to run over police officers at least 3 different times. The most recent incident happened on Friday when officers responded to a call at the Ocean Bank on West 4th Avenue. If you know where he is, you are urged to call police. A plane full of passengers is finally in South Florida this morning after a scare at Newark Airport. Their Southwest plane struck another airliner on the tarmac. Airport officials say the Boeing 737 clipped wings with a parked airplane at a gate just after 7 yesterday morning. Passenger Brian Rogers tweeted a photo of what happened, showing the plane colliding with the tail fin of another Southwest jet. All passengers were rebooked on another flight. While Newark Airport has been experiencing delays because of snow and ice, it's not known if weather played a role in this. Well, traffic on the roads is back to normal after a car went up in flames on the Florida Turnpike. This happened yesterday morning near the Southwest 40th Street exit. Firefighters quickly got those flames out. The driver, thankfully, was not hurt. The cause of that fire, though, is still under investigation. 8:06 now. The NTSB says they are still working to learn why a cargo plane crashed in Texas after taking off from Miami International Airport last Saturday. They say technicians are getting data off of one of the plane's black boxes. Investigators recovered the plane's cockpit voice recorder on Friday. Video shows engineers working on that recorder after it arrived in Washington. Crews in Texas are still working to find the plane's other black box and the body of one of the 3 crew members killed. On to the Trump presidency this morning. Last night, the president spoke to conservatives attending the CPAC conference outside of Washington, D.C. And he wasn't very brief with his remarks. The fiery and oftentimes off-script speech lasted 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 17 seconds on the dot. CBS 4's Errol Barnett wraps it up.
They're trying to take you out.
Across America, more protests are expected in California today. This comes after the Sacramento district attorney announced that charges will not be filed against 2 police officers who killed a man last year. The officers say they thought Stephon Clark, a vandalism suspect, had a gun, but investigators only found a cell phone. After the announcement, Clark's family and girlfriend expressed their disappointment and heartache.
Murdered Stephon Clark. That's what this is about.
Showed body camera and helicopter footage from that night, as well as toxicology reports that showed Clark having drugs in his system. Last year, protests over his killing shut down an NBA game and a major highway. Still ahead on CBS 4 this Sunday morning, 3D printing could change what you're eating. A look at the company working on 3D printed steaks. That is all new ahead at 8:30. But first, parts of the country are digging out from some snow, and they're expecting even more. A look at this wild winter weather that will make you glad you're in South Florida this morning. Welcome back on the Storm Watch. Winter is making a mad dash across the country this weekend. A massive storm is sprinting from California to New England, dropping heavy snow all along the way. And now up to a foot more could fall over parts of the Northeast. The mercury is sure to take a tumble here. CBS 4's Kenneth Craig has the latest.
March is coming in like a CBS News, New York.
Well, Jennifer, we see all that snow and ice and we think surely that is not going to affect us here in South Florida, but it does a little bit.
It does, because that same system is going to bring us a cold front, but it impacts us in a very good way, I think.
Yes.
All right, let's take a live look out of Broward camera.
Good morning. Thank you, Jennifer. Just when we thought we could put the sweaters away. It is time now for our weekly series, Miami Proud. Each week we bring you stories that feature people and organizations inspiring greatness and pride. For the next year, the Miami Super Bowl host committee is teaming up with the NFL environmental team. As CBS 4 Chief Meteorologist Craig Setzer shows us, this new partnership is focusing on South Florida's uniqueness. Welcome back. It is 8:24. While many people are flying into South Florida for spring break, you may want to get out. Imagine flying round trip here to Rome, Barcelona, maybe Amsterdam for less than $400. I'm not kidding. One South Florida woman is doing it for even less than that, and she's not the only one. So how can you cash in on these crazy cheap flights? CBS 4's Francis Wang reveals those secrets.
Lima between.
Sounds like it's time to plan a trip. We still have much more ahead on CBS 4 this Sunday morning. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It is 8:40 as you head to the grocery store today. This is definitely something you will not be seeing. A Spanish company wants to fill the world with conscious carnivores, one steak at a time. The company relies on 3D printers to make their meat stand out. CBS 4's Gwen Bumgardner reports from London.
It's an innovative entree. London.
While the 3D steaks still are not available to buy, the company hopes to expand their food options in the future, creating 3D printed tuna steaks, even chicken breasts. All right. Well, new this morning, SpaceX's Crew Dragon space capsule is docked at the International Space Station. We have a live look this morning at the International Space Station, and inside the Crew Dragon capsule, scientists there are running tests on a dummy after its journey. It made its connection just before 6 o'clock this morning. It was carried by a rocket that took off from South Florida early yesterday. This is a trial run of a capsule that could take people from the U.S. to space as soon as this summer. CBS 4's Amber Diaz has more on the historic mission. Now, we were talking during the commercial break. Jennifer has already said that she is willing to go into space if we need her to.
Yes, yes. You want to send a meteorologist?
NASA, listen up. She's ready to do it. But how about a look at weather here on Earth, Jennifer? I think that's what we're worried about this morning.
Yes, on Earth for us in South Florida, it's actually a nice start. It's a bit more humid though, and because of more moisture, we've been seeing a few more showers. But let's take a look at that radar because, Carly, it's really starting to dry out.
Before we head out and about to enjoy our Sunday, Jennifer has another look at our Sunday forecast.
Yes, and the sky's really opening up. Here's a live view of our CBS 4 camera in Doral. Wow, waking up in the 60s, Thursday in the 50s. I like it.
So we go from record heat to a cold front.
Yeah.
Only in South Florida. That does it for CBS 4 this Sunday morning. CBS Sunday Morning is up next. Thank you for joining us and have a great weekend, everybody.